On this week's episode of A Beer and a Bet, we're live from Hawkesbury's Canteen. We chat all things Mitch Beer Racing. We announce the winner of the 5% Harry Angel share and the famous staking plan. That and much, much more on this week's episode of A Beer and a Bet.
Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet, Hawkesbury Canteen edition. G'day, Mitch.
Well, it couldn't be any closer to the Hawkesbury Canteen, Gano. We're literally in the director's suite here at Hawkesbury. We've been given the absolute VIP treatment for our good friends at Hawkesbury. I think they're a little bit apologetic after selling out the pot pie before I've arrived. And I didn't create a big scene, but I wasn't happy.
Blowing up deluxe. We've walked in to try the pot pie, the famous pot pie. Unfortunately, they sold out. So moral of the story is you've got to get here early. You've got to have a runner in the maiden and get the job done. Yeah,
not surprisingly. I mean, you know, we did talk it up on this podcast and the people have listened. So, you know, they're making us as the sweet people at Hawkesbury, but we're here and we're excited.
New hat?
Yeah, well, get a little cheeky segue into one of the most outstanding golf lessons. For those who didn't see me pumping my own tyres, broke 80 at Kiama yesterday.
Yep.
Off the, you know, not the ladies' tees, but not the back tees. We're calling them middle tees.
Terracotta?
Terracotta tees,
yep.
Yeah, not a breath of wind, same ball.
Yep.
It was just outstanding. I think I rang you 4 times on the back nine. I was that nervous.
Nervous, yeah.
I had a 6-footer. For 79 on the last, and mate, I've never, it's been a long time since I've felt so good.
Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, breaking 80 is good. A few question marks. A few people want to stew his inquiry. Jay Moss in particular.
Yeah, well, as I said to him, playing a lot of golf with James Moss,
yeah.
And it's a bit like sometimes when you take a really good horse to a really shit race, you don't necessarily get that good result.
Yeah.
Sometimes they only run to what's around them. You're better off running them against good company. And I think that can probably be the same in the golfing world. You play with hacks, you play like a hack.
There's a saying about that, isn't it? About soaring like an eagle?
Exactly right. And he's one hell of a golfing galah.
Love it. Hey, couple of recent runners of late. What are your thoughts on how the stable's going?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to touch on Shalook.
No.
That was a recent runner. Someone at Maruya on Sunday said to me, geez, I didn't think you'd be here if Shalook won. And I said, I wouldn't be in the country if Shalook had won. Didn't plan out the way we hoped. She hit the front a bit early, down on the rail, which was probably a bit inferior, but we had a lack of options. And I tell you what.
She was super.
With 100 to go, my whole life flashed before me. I had it spent. I absolutely had it spent. She got out to $37.
Incredible.
And we're up at about last week, $37. But the $7 a place didn't go astray. It helped a little bit, but went super. She'll be back on. And then we had an absolute stinker at Maruya on Sunday. We've got to stop going back down the coast. We were saying last week how the Sapphire Coast ruined us. I think we've got to be very careful about going past Nowra.
Yep, fair point. We're off to Nowra maybe on Sunday.
We're going to head Sunday Goulburn. Mr. Metrics heads to Goulburn. We've got Artful Persuasion going around on Saturday in the benchmark 78 1200. I was really excited about him, and now I'm super excited about him after you've just given him the greatest push of all time to me before we started this. But not a huge amount of runners coming up. Couple in the next here in an hour or so at Hawkesbury. So Sunrise kicking off and Gorilla getting out to a trip. So bit going on outside as well. But a bit quiet on the runners front this week.
A bit flustered there. Flying Sultan's the horse we're talking about.
What did I say?
Artful Persuasion. Horse is also going very well.
Well, yeah, he's
you're trying to throw the listeners.
He's on the frontal lobe, Artful Persuasion.
Yeah.
He's going to go to Newcastle on next Thursday, so we probably won't have time to do this podcast. And he's going to go to a Class 1 1200.
Yeah,
I think he's gone as good as anything in the joint.
He's going really well.
I'm full of big calls at the moment.
You are up and about. You've had a busy day. I've seen you this morning, and you were just steaming. So looking forward to what's ahead. But Flying Sultan will be in my staking plan. We'll get to that later on. We had a few trials down at Nowra. Artful Persuasion was one of those. There's a few other horses. Was it Butterfly Style?
Butterfly Style, yeah. She trialled great. Rode her quiet, hit the line. She won the trial. A filly, I better not swear, but I
Like?
Very much Grey Secret.
Oh, yeah.
The Justify filly, she tried like a bomb. She's got a stack of improvement in her. Wrapped with her, and little Shivago had a quiet spin around, and he'll go down the coast for a Class 1 900 next week. So, no, I think the next 2 or 3 weeks, we might have to do a dual segment. We're going to have that many runners, but yeah, we're building up to a very busy time of year. But the weather's changing, better tracks are coming. I've held a lot of these horses back to get them off these shitty tracks. Not even racing, but trialing and getting jump outs and stuff. Doing it on really heavy rain-affected tracks, it takes a lot out of them. By the time you get to the races and have a run or two, these poor things, they're ready to go to the paddock because they've slogged it out through winter.
Yeah.
So we've purposely held a lot of horses back, and now they're just sort of jumping out, trialling, having their first up run so that they can race right through to Christmas.
Awesome. Fantastic. Good tracks, good horses. Only good things will happen.
Good times.
Good times. So, Trackwork Whispers, who's working really well? We've had a number of horses that we've come up in this segment and have come out and run well. Shulk being one of those. Who's firing at home?
Well, there's a couple that are still a while away, but I rang Steph Grentel at about 6:30 this morning. Normally she really shits herself when that happens.
Yeah.
Fired one of the staff or fired
an HR issue.
Yeah, there's normally a HR issue at 6:30. But we had some 2-year-olds run up on the grass this morning and, wrapped. Deep field, Ole Kirk were terrific. The Flying Artie filly was awesome.
Yep.
There's nothing better than a track work rider that is prepared to part with their own money, especially an Irish one, because they're tight.
Oh, yeah.
The Irish are very tight.
Haven't paid for anything since I've been down there.
Wouldn't give you the steam off there, you know what. And the young fella got off this morning and he said, I really like this. This went enormous, blah, blah, blah. And then he's texted me, I've been on the website, how much for a share in that Flying Artie? So, no better guide. No better guide. And I messaged him back and said, sorry, still sold. So,
we'll take it out of you.
Yeah, I text Steph, take the Flying Artie filly off the website. No, she was good, really pumped. These are the horses that when we moved from Albury, we didn't move here because we had 20 or 30 horses that could come to Kembla and perform at provincial and city level.
Yeah.
We moved here to get better horses, to give our younger horses better opportunity and to try and get the best out of the ones we already had. And these horses coming through now that are all 3 and 2 and coming through the ranks, this is the reason we moved here. And it's all started to come to fruition. So I was running around like an absolute fool this morning. I just won a listed race with a couple of babies galloping good on the grass. Tuesday morning was terrific. We had some nice horses work up. So I'm up and about. A couple of nice 6th or 7th throughout the week will knock me back, really take me back to where I belong. But no, we're up and about.
Awesome. Talk to me about the Snitzel B2B.
Yeah, well,
because before we go, I saw a picture yesterday.
Yeah, he's a beast. Snitzel B2B, Colt coming back after doing a little bit of faster work. That looked terrific, mate. Happy with him.
He went great, mate.
Absolute professional.
Yeah.
Massive stride on him. He's so calm and relaxed and almost a bit lazy. But when he got a click up then...
Yeah, and the horse come up my inside, he was like, I want to chase it. So, no, it's really good for me.
Mate, I was very, very impressed. Really starting to tick along now and... when you buy a nice, well-bred Snitzel colt, you hope to have a good action, a good brain, and a bit of ability. And I think we're bang on the money. And eats like a thrashing machine. Wouldn't know he's a colt. He's really cool and calm, and I think we'll be able to go a long way with him. He's a beauty. Looks super impressive today, and that's the first foal out of the mare, Japanese mare. So to know you got, ours is by Snitzel, it's by microphone. I know what I prefer.
Hello.
I know what I prefer. Even though I'm not scared of a microphone. But, I am absolutely pumped. And we really put our head on the chopping block with him.
Yeah.
We had not 1% sold in it.
Yeah.
And I said to Steph, Steph loved it. I'd seen him at the farm. At B2B, they get every chance. Steph went down to Melbourne Premier Stable. She loved him. And I said, just buy it. I said, these are the horses that we need to get in the stable. I said, and if we can't sell it, then, lock people up for not paying for horses. I've got a house in Albury I can sell. But fortunately, we haven't come to that spot. There is, I think, about 10 or 15% left in him. But I'm not really phased about selling the rest of him. If I get stuck with that, will be good. Be no dramas. I think he's a ripper.
Yeah, awesome. Steph at mitchbeerracing.com.au if you are interested. Otherwise, leave it with Mitch and he'll take 15% of the prize money moving forward.
No beers this weekend. Today we're on the maxes.
On the maxes,
we're professional and we're at the races. So no beers.
And I have told our man Jono that I'm here to strap Gorilla, so I'm sending you an invoice for that as well. So yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
I had an owner once. He wasn't very nice, and I hadn't been training very long. I didn't have many staff. And I drove this horse a long way. He wanted to run it at this race. I didn't really want to run it. Young and naive. So I drove it there, strapped it. It was ages away. Had to find a couple of the girls to work that afternoon because I wasn't going to be there. Went okay. He gets his bill at the end of the month. He rings me up. He goes, "Oh, you're not bad. You're a thief. You trainers, you're all the same." I said, "Oh, what?" He said, "Oh, I watched that horse in the mounting yard and you strapped it and you've charged me $150 strapping fee."
Yep.
And I said, "Oh, yeah, sorry, that's an oversight." He said, "Yeah, you bet it is. You know, I've got to watch you trainers. You know good." So I went in and I said, "I'll reissue the invoice." And I changed it from strapping fee to trainer strapping fee. And I put $350 and sent it back to him. And he didn't find that anywhere near as funny what I found it. And
that's brilliant.
I think mutually the horse left about 2 days later. So
all's well that ends well.
Yeah, I think it was good for both of us.
Oh, good stuff. Hey, staking plan for this week. We've been going pretty well, I think.
No.
Hopefully.
I've been going pretty well.
I tipped Chinook last week.
Yeah, everyone. I tipped Chinook.
Oh, okay.
I'm in front.
Okay.
I'm in front.
Okay.
There's a big plus next to mine.
Righto, let's go. What do you got? Stay in front. Do your best.
I'm going to have $25 each way on Flying Sultan.
Yeah.
I think he's steaming.
It's
just hard in the last, and he'll go forward. If it's playing on speed and they're not getting too far off the fence and that, I think he's a huge chance. But
it's exactly how to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nostradamus. Then we're on. I'm going to have 100 on him. No, I'll have 25 each way on him. I'm gonna go rogue here. I've never tipped one that's not ours.
Oh no! So you're gonna stop someone else's?
Yeah, it's someone else has got to carry the burden.
There goes your lasagna deliveries.
Our great man Kerry Parker.
Yep.
He's got a really good horse, well timed. I love it. I thought it was super the other day when you tipped it, and it got beat. So it's time for me to jump on.
Yep.
So we love him, Kez, but he's going to have to carry me this week. I'm going to have 50 on well timed. I think it's drawn wide, but Nash will just stool it forward and get it done. And Kembler will be represented like none other at Ramwick on Saturday.
Absolutely pumping, winning the first and the last.
They're just about to jump down to the Richmond Straight here. We're in the absolute. You could have a little fun. I'd have my 21st here if I had that time over again. It's a ripper.
It's pretty good.
What are you doing, Gano?
I'm going to go Miss Uella around $20 in race 4 at Ramwick. We're going to have 50 each way just because we like finding value these days.
That's
value
rogue,
hunting. It is so rogue.
That's filthy rogue.
It's awesome. This is like no one else knows about this bet. This is just our subscribers.
Not the other 47 tipping services.
I have not mentioned this once on any podcast or anywhere, and this is my 9th of the week. Miss Uella for Zach Lloyd jumps aboard for Kieran Ma. This horse should have finished. There's Kieran. Should have finished much closer. He is a man on a mission. Should have finished much closer last start. $20, please. Probably start closer to 11 or $12. Hey, that's about it for a beer and a bet, or a Pepsi Max and a bet.
Can we just mention these hats again?
Yeah,
Jano?
Not bad. We've sold out, so this is all that's available. If you want
$450 for a golf lesson, but you get a free hat.
Yeah. if you want one and you see Mitch, just steal it off him.
No one wants to touch this podcast sponsorship with a 10-foot pole, so you just jumped on board and be like, well, you can wear the golf hat. Yeah, I love it, mate. I love it. It's great.
All right, there you go. That's it for a beer and a bet. Make sure you do subscribe. Oh, hang on a minute. We forgot the Harry Angel winner. What have we done?
No, we'll do a separate post.
Righto.
We'll do a separate post at the end of this. A few people jumped in.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, a few people jumped in. Good as gold. We'll do it at the end, but stay tuned. We'll do like for part 2. Righto all, we've run the draw for the 5% share in the Harry Angel to all you loyal listeners and subscribers, and Aaron Crowder has lobbed with the share. Well done, Aaron. Great supporter of the stable, and also a great supporter of the podcast. If you're listening to this, and you do deserve a share in a horse. So well done, Aaron, and tough luck to everyone else. But we'll be sure to keep the prizes and keep the stuff rolling along. But yeah, well done, Aaron. You are now in the Harry Angel. Cheers.